but I'm going to skip a rate.
About the number?
So far.
You are unworthy of these realms, unworthy of your title! You're unworthy! I now take from you your power! In the name of my father and his father before, I own it, your father! Cast you out!
The god of thunder is banished to Earth in the first great film of the summer. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to another week at the movies. It's summer, and of course that means it's time for the superhero extravaganza. This week on the show, we're going to look at 3 superhero films, the first being the biggest, I think, of the summer. That movie is Thor.
It's not easy to do what you did. You made my men look like a bunch of minimum wage mall cops. That's hurtful.
That's right, the first superhero movie this week is Thor, a dazzling and spectacular film that reminds us why we call these movies blockbusters. A movie that is sheer entertainment from start to finish. It's fast but never feels rushed. It's funny but never corny. It's emotional but never too serious. In other words, this is the perfect bit of popcorn fun and the reason why we go to summer movies in the first place. Our story opens in the cloudy desert of New Mexico with a massive tornado filled with flashing lights slamming to Earth. Jane Foster, a scientist played by Natalie Portman, and her team rush to the site that they believe to be a wormhole from space. When reaching the site, they run into Thor, and it's here that our story begins. Thor, the god of thunder, has been banished to Earth for arrogantly destroying a long-standing peace between his planet of Asgard and the frost giants they have been enemies with for generations. On Earth, Thor is kind of a fish out of water. He is a god who has lived a godlike existence for a long time, who's suddenly thrown into the mix of Middle America, and much clever humor is created from this dilemma. However, the heart of this film is the importance of relationships and family. So who better to bring a story like this to life than Shakespearean actor and director Kenneth Branagh? Whether it be the earnest love between God and human, or the family strife of 2 brothers competing for the throne, this film feels right at home in Branagh's hands. As much as Branagh deserves credit for his achievement here, Thor would be nothing without the perfect leading man. And it got it in the form of Aussie actor Chris Hemsworth. Known best for the astonishing opening sequence as George Kirk in Star Trek, Hemsworth jumps off the screen as the cocky, badass god who must learn what it is to care for something more than himself in order to become the leader he is intended to be. With outstanding supporting work by Anthony Hopkins, Kate Denning, and Stellan Skarsgård, Thor is a rich, exciting work of fiction that will have kids and adults applauding from beginning to end. I have seen many films this year, but this is the first one I can't wait to pay to see again. 4 stars for Thor.
Bloody hell. Look at you. I'm sick. Do you want to get better? Who are you? I'm the Beaver, Walter. And I'm here to save your damn life.
Next up in theaters, The Beaver. The Beaver is a movie with a gimmick. That a manic depressive can ignore his depression by inventing an alternate personality. In this case, that personality is a hand puppet that looks like a beaver. This might sound silly, but surprisingly it works. The biggest reasons for this are the good performances by everyone involved, from Mel Gibson's depressive beaver-handed father to Anton Yelchin's angry, kind-hearted son. Director Jodie Foster has put together a fine team here, and they really bring this script to life by telling a story that's more about the parallel lives of a father lost to his son than just about a beaver. A story about just Gibson's depression and the beaver would have been a difficult thing to sit through, but by making the story just as much about the son, we get a dueling narrative that paints a bigger picture about the effect of depression and leads to an emotional payoff. It's not a great film, but my hat's off to Miss Foster for trying something hard and succeeding. 3 stars for The Beaver.
Darcy, this is Deb. I know. You've only been talking about him for 9 months. Ask Rachel out on a date. Darcy, we're just friends. Friend that asked me out.
Last up in theaters this week is Something Borrowed, which is the perfect title for this film. A film that is literally a rehash on just about every single romantic comedy ever made. This really shouldn't be a surprise since most romantic comedies seem to be unable to breathe a bit of life into the genre, but at least some of them manage to be a diverting good time. This is just a mess. The story is that basically our heroine, Rachel, played by Jennifer Goodwin, is sleeping with her best friend Darcy's fiancé. Darcy is played by an annoying Kate Hudson. Then there is Ethan, played by John Krasinski, who is the only person with any brain cells and who really does care for Rachel. Think you know where this is going? Well, you probably don't, which would be a breath of fresh air if it weren't for the fact that the movie doesn't know where it's going either. It's a train wreck that spends its last 30 minutes trying to figure out how it wants to end and never really doing so. So save your money for something new and not so borrowed. 2 stars for Something Borrowed. Alright, that's going to do it for what's new in theaters. Now we're going to look at what's coming soon. This week on Coming Soon to Theaters, we have the brand new trailer for The Green Lantern.
The great light has gone out in the universe. Worlds annihilated. Lanterns, we face an unprecedented danger. An enemy powerful enough to destroy entire civilizations. To fight this enemy, the Ring chose a human. But I don't need to tell you your duty. Your name?
Hal Jordan.
The Ring chose you.
Take it.
Speak the oath.
Speak the oath, because everybody knows the oath. I pledge allegiance to a lantern that I got from a dying purple alien.
So, this is the chosen human.
The ring turns thought into reality. Its limits are only what you can imagine.
The sword of human.
Remember, your enemy is not gonna play fair.
Is that what I think it is?
An alien life form, Doctor. The first that mankind has ever encountered.
Son, we're gonna get you well again.
I've never felt better in my life.
They said they wouldn't have chosen me if they didn't see something I don't see yet.
I see. You had the ability to overcome fear.
Stay here.
No problem.
If you die, innocent lives will be lost. Your world will be annihilated.
Help me save my planet. Fight it. Fight it with me.
Brightest day, blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light!
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I don't know if it's going to be the best superhero movie of the year. I think that Thor is going to take the cake there, but we'll see. You never know. DC has surprised us in the past. All right, now moving on to another superhero movie, new on DVD.
Take my hand. Come with me on this adventure.
I'll go with you. But I don't want to touch you.
All right, the last superhero movie we have on our superhero special this week is The Green Hornet. The Green Hornet is best explained as a mishmash of lame ideas and great execution. The script here is poorly written with characters that feel like cardboard cutouts, but the action sequences are fresh and exciting. In a way, this film is the opposite of what I expected from director Michel Gondry and writer-star Seth Rogen. These two are known for clever and original comedies. This is neither. However, as I said before, it's not all bad. If you're in the mood to see some ass get kicked, and don't have the money to go see Thor this weekend, the Green Hornet will probably hold you over. 2.5 stars for the Green Hornet. Alright, that's going to do it for our special superhero show this week. Be sure to tune in next week for non-superhero movies like Bridesmaids, starring Kristen Wiig as the lead character in her first big film, and Priest, with Paul Bettany as, well, a priest. From all of us at Shot and Cut Films, we thank you for watching.